Good afternoon. Welcome to North Point of View. I'm here with Dr. Walter Kimses. Walter?
Hey, Mark. It's
How
been
are
a
you,
while.
man? Yeah. Let's just talk World Cup.
No, come on, man. You know I grew up in Brazil. You know I've rooted for Brazil since 1966.
And
I watched Pelé have his leg broken in England. No, I can't talk about it.
The worst thing I have done, I think, to you ever was I called you a week ago and I said, let's talk penalty kicks. I think you hung up on me.
That's right. And you deserve nothing less.
And so we're in the throes of it. We've got the finals coming up Sunday. I'm so excited.
So am I.
And some great matches.
I hate both teams, so I'm going to root against both of them.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe a lot of people do. And there's some great players. I mean,
Yes, there
France
are.
has a great player. Argentina has a great player.
Yes.
Let's talk about what great soccer teaches us. Life, business, right? There's some applications.
Yeah, well,
right?
one that people rarely remember, but soccer is the great equalizer. You know, until I moved here in 2018, I played with a group of guys for almost 15 years in New Jersey. And we were Christians and Muslims and Jews. We were various shades of skin tone. We came from Africa, we came from South America, from Europe, from Asia. You know, I think one of our best players is actually a Chinese guy. You know, for the Latin American crowd, that was hard to accept.
Yeah,
But he was fast, man.
Exactly.
And so it didn't matter. We had a Christmas party every year. And, you know, there's a lot of respect for different religions and ethnic groups, but it didn't matter. We called it a Christmas party. Everybody was fine calling it a Christmas party. We got together and, you know.
Because it was about fellowship, right?
Exactly. You know, we played 2 to 3 times a week. I used to lie that I went to the doctor, but actually I was playing a 7 a.m. game with the guys. And we would make up the teams on the spot, try to make 2 balanced teams. So the guy you were trying to kill today might be your teammate tomorrow. So you were a little careful about not killing him. And that equalization on the field, you know, where everybody really is the same, oh man, you just don't find that.
And it's crazy. I hadn't thought about this in a while, but you know, that's the way our high school team was. I mean, we went to a boarding school and I mean, guys from around the country, you know, Texas and Louisiana and DC, but then the guys from, you know, Mexico or Iran or Africa. And, you know, I can't remember names of guys that we had meeting with last week, but I can remember, you know, Aliou Kante's name from, you know, 75 years ago when I was playing high school soccer. You know, our goalie, Alton Oshner, or, you know, it's just, it's crazy, but the camaraderie that you have with your teammates, and as you say, you know, it's the great equalizer, because even there's guys that don't even speak the same language, yet you play, you know, soccer with him for 3 months or 6 months or 3 years, you know where he's going to be 10 seconds from now, right?
You know, do you remember the look? You got the ball and your friend, your teammate looks at you, your eyes connect, and he knows you're going to send him the ball as soon as he breaks loose and a little bit free. I can't tell you, I used to have a great long-range shot, a very, you know, big legs, and so I had a lot of power in them, and I could place that ball way down the field. It was my claim to fame. And I just always remember, even when I played in my 50s and 60s, and, you know, you get that look. And it's like a whole email was exchanged in a flash of a second.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and then
just
you
a look,
love the ball, and then the guy scores. It's like, wow, I set that up. You know, was the look.
And one of the things that I've appreciated from this World Cup is that the art of the counterattack.
Yeah.
And we've got a couple of teams going into the finals that have really exhibited, I guess, just in a lot of discipline. And I mean, those last 2 quarterfinal games, some of those breakaways are just fantastic, just beautiful.
Yeah. Especially when they actually score, because one of the problems with the breakaway is your guys' legs when they get up there, if you're in Northern Europe, that's fine. But if you are in 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 0% humidity, okay, you're on half the field, and I don't care what shape you're in, your legs suddenly, you know, they're rubbery on you.
Yeah. What does in your mindset right now? Is we're just sort of, well, not necessarily basking in the glow because your team
went home.
Went home.
We're sent home.
But what are some of your takeaways right now, just from the beautiful game?
Well, you sent me an article that, I mean, I didn't just read it like we read an article. I digested the article. There's a psychologist in Norway who'd been studying what are the factors of success in winning in a penalty shootout. Now,
356 penalty shootouts in the history of the World Cup.
Right.
He studied every one of them.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of interesting stuff to say about, you know, in my life, I've been involved in a few penalty shootouts. And our high school coach once said to us, there's 3 states of mind going into this. One is you can see how you're going to rip the net off the goal with the strength of your shot into the goal. That's one state of mind.
Which Messi did.
Yes, just tear the net off the goal.
Tore the backside of the right corner of the net out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you look at. Or you come in cold and mechanical. You're going to kick the ball. It's going to be in the upper left corner or upper right corner where the goalkeeper if he stands on the line, has no chance of getting. And he goes, and that's good. If you need to practice that a lot so you don't screw it up. He goes, in the third state, which is the one I was always in, is the one where I hope I have another pair of underwear after this because I think I'm going to go to the bathroom in my pants before I take this shot. And all you can think of is, don't screw up, don't screw up, don't screw up. And that's
I wonder if that's what Kane, the second shot from Kane, from England, his first shot was beautiful, and the second shot was just, I don't know, it was like 6 feet over the goalpost.
It reminded me of the Italians, I don't know, about 4 World Cups ago, where their star player, I forgot his name, but he played beautifully, and then on the penalty shootout, he just lobbed it so high over the goal, and they had his face on the camera, and he was just stunned. And that never happened to me. I was the guy who took the penalty kick with the side of my foot, not with the front of my foot, because I wanted to make sure if the goalkeeper got it, at least it was going into the goal, when he stopped it. But I had no idea, but to see that look on his face, and I can't imagine the psychological horrors, of that going wrong.
And we talked about it in the office this week, but every day in some way, we're measured what we do, right?
Yep.
A certain part of the world is watching us and how we perform under pressure. And that's exactly, that's sort of how I feel, every day when I walk up these steps and, get the day started, or at least get this part of the day started. It's on. Right?
I wake up in the morning and the first thought is, can I do it again?
Yeah.
And I don't ever feel confident, about that. It's like, but that little fear in the pit of your stomach goes a long way.
It keeps you with your body over the ball, not back.
Yeah, exactly.
And the whole counterattack. As I was thinking, I don't know, this might be a stretch, but as I'm thinking about next year in 2023, I sort of think of, the first 6 months,
right,
as we're sort of back. We're sort of like having the ball brought to us,
right,
and then the second half of the year is the counterattack. We have a breakaway, and
exactly.
I think we're going to see that opportunity to be, 2-on-2 or 2-on-3, run with a lot of open space around us.
That's
running.
Right. All it takes is a good deflection on one of those, and the game, and it's game, set, match. Well, we already have been doing that, right? We know where we want to send the ball. Just waiting for the opportunity to do it.
Yeah. Hey, Walter, great man, great being with you. Merry Christmas, man.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
See ya.
Don't bring up the World Cup anymore, Chan.
No more Brazil. Thanks, guys.